And we're back, and
everything's for sale, Oh, a bit of this.
Let's see. Let's interrupt you this time and see if you have refined malachite at all, which you still don't. You know, your inventory was different. Now we've got to get out of here and hope
everything.
It does that. Thankfully, it returns. Well, no one's back in the chat. We've just gone live, though. And I can only apologise for the temporary error there. I can only apologise for the hiccup. And that's the trouble with playing a modded Skyrim. Occasionally things like that happen. See, if I'm recording that's unnoticeable when I do episodes, but because we're live, you see all the warts. Right, I'm thinking we should have sold some stuff, really. See, I want a carry capacity mod, I suppose, not mod, enchantment, I guess, so we don't have to deal with this rubbish all the time. Whoa, it's been a long time since we've seen her face. Oh, Megan. Right, even with the backpack though, we shouldn't be this over encumbered. I'm guessing it's time to start investing in stamina as well when we level up. It's time to start taking down dragons as well, gaining new shouts and just generally progressing. First of all, we've got to return to the Dark Brotherhood. I want to be at the point where I don't have to worry about taking too much damage and I can just charge in like a fearless
What's the magic?
Dragonborn. Right, Feindor, we'll see you back at the house. Head off to the sanctuary. Yeah, the one game that Bethesda have got to get right now, there's only one game, it's The Elder Scrolls 6. They've got to nail that, like, perfectly. They've got to do away with all this. I mean, having a creation club will be fine for 6, because you suppose you don't have to buy anything from it. Sorry, excuse me, can't get my words out. But it has to be, the game has to have good content and good story and good situational content, like Skyrim does.
You really think I can be a blacksmith someday, Papa?
And not rush to market either. In fact, to say, I think in the future Elder Scrolls 6 will be the most important release of the next decade. And that's a bit of a big statement, but Skyrim does so much so well, and I suspected that Bethesda didn't quite know the formula they'd got for Skyrim, and that's kind of been proven with the release of Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. They're good games, and they've sort of honed the gaming system in them so it feels tighter and better, but the elements that make the game so emotional aren't there, I don't think. That Skyrim's got that little edge, because I tell you, I've played Skyrim so many times and on the PS3. I've completed hundreds of times. I've had loads of different characters. I'm constantly thinking of how to roll up a new character and what sort of they could bring to the table and that. And there's not so much of that in Fallout 4. So there's that personalisation at the start, and then there's, like we discussed, the Faendal getting killed by a giant, or there's random encounters and all the possibilities that make the game incredible. Well, let's get Smith in. Oh, that's why I didn't have the Locket of St. Jib on, did I? I should have put the locket back on. That's why I was over encumbered. I'm like, why is my weight going down so much? There we go. All that suffering for nothing. I think that's a fair statement. What, the Bethesda didn't quite know what they had. Yeah, I suspected it for a long while, and I don't think they quite realised the formula. It needs to. I think somebody needs to explain.
I'm right behind you.
Needs to make a video and explain it to them on YouTube, but then it's getting them to see it.
What do you want me to carry?
I want to take these things off you, Faendor, that you really should not be wearing. In fact, you look positively ridiculous. Thank you very much.
Lead on.
Yes, I will lead on. I will lead by fantastic example once I've put away my gems for a rainy day. Scorpio, just as Elder Scrolls 6 just has to be right. Players won't care if it takes longer. They just need to say it isn't ready, like they did with Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I mean, it's a brave and bold move to do so when a studio does, but I was talking about this, I think, with some friends earlier, and I said Little Big Planet was, famously Little Big Planet 2, everyone was looking forward to that, and that got pushed back, and then when the game released, it was incredible. It was a really good experience, and it's exactly what people wanted from it. It delivered. Red Dead Redemption 2 did have the odd bug, even when that released, so that I saw on Twitter, weird things with enemies moulding with the ground and that. But that's the nature of open world games. You're going to get some bugs that perhaps occur that the developers can't foresee. However, the majority of Red Dead Redemption 2 worked and ran perfectly well, and that's the difference. 76. It's still now it struggles. It's a good game, but it just struggles with basic things, and I think it was very ambitious. It was a very ambitious project to turn the creation engine into an online game. It was, you know, they only need to look at Skyrim Together mod to realise how difficult that would have been, and you could argue they didn't pull it off correctly. And that'd be a fair statement. I think there are elements of it that are really good, like the cryptid side, which was the side that interested me, and things like that. There were elements of it that were fantastic, but you know, one of the criticisms I heard about it the other day was it feels like quantity over quality with the dungeons, the recent dungeons, and you don't, you know, that doesn't make a good game. You've got loads of enemies just being thrown at you and you're just trying to fend them off. That's not necessarily a good game. That's just, yeah, just a bit mundane, really. Like, Skyrim has lots of dungeons, but there's no bits where you get absolutely swamped by hundreds of enemies. There is occasional bits where there's lots of enemies, but it's very few and far between. Very few and far between. It's because the few good enemies here, like the really good antagonists, are like the Fulmer and the Dwarven constructs. They're really good enemies, and the giants, of course, they're really good foes. But they're not in your face, they're not there all the time, but they're quite formidable when you come up against them. And when you come up against them, it's not like you come up against about 500 Dwarven constructs or 100 of the Fulmer. You come up against 1 or 2 or 3, but it's just the way they work with each other and the different skills they have, and the mix of magic and, you know, the ranged and the short range, the long range and the short range, kind of in the way that, you know, it works so well. And yeah, I don't think I need to say any more about it, really.
What do you want me to carry? Let's get going then.
Yeah, there are certain elements in 76 where you think, oh, it feels great, but then something will happen and it will remind you that, oh, I can't do that because I'm in a game. And I think they're trying to work around that and kind of get rid of that feeling, because if they take what they've learned about from 76 and 4 and mix it, the gameplay, you know, make it that gameplay feel so tight, and put it into an Elder Scrolls game 6 with the same level of randomness, and then it will just wipe the floor with every other game that we've ever played before. But they've got to do it right, like we say, and it's that kind of pressure, you know. it's unimaginable to me. I like artistic stuff and photography, but you know, I like photography. I take photos all the time in games. I'm constantly stopping to look at scenery and things. But yeah, that kind of design and pressure and is just unreal. And considering one of the elements that made Skyrim so great is no longer with us as well, it's another aspect. The very smart designers of Skyrim made sure you had curved walls in the dungeon sections, meaning each looked different. Also, I think another thing about the dungeons in Skyrim is they're all hand designed, physically designed by a person. There's no procedural generation. I mean, I think even the scenery, where it is procedurally generated, people went in and added stuff afterwards, details and that, and things. It was meticulously and carefully constructed in such a way, it was mind-blowing to hear. But yeah, unfortunately, with 50% of the design team no longer with us, it's, you kind of think, was that the spark? Was that the other element that was needed to give it that feel? You know, it's a question you can't ask if you're talking about the Elder Scrolls games. You just can't overlook it, unfortunately. It's also quite evident when you play Bethesda games that they know a lot about tabletop gaming and that element of things, that side of things. You constantly, they know that character design is important, the way a person, because when you play a tabletop game like Dungeons and Dragons or the White Wolf books games, the very first thing you do is you create your character, and that's your first introduction. You don't know anything about the world that your character's going to be in. You may have a vague idea, but yeah, you create your character and then you form that bond with the character. You think about story for that character, and you think about how that character came to be and why that character's in the situation, or roughly in the area it's going to be, and then yeah, the story unfolds. It's like Faendal, I'm doing something completely wrong. I'm going the completely wrong way because I'm too busy chatting about Elder Scrolls games and game design. Yeah, we need to be going to the sanctuary. I don't often talk about things, but I've sort of been gaming, I suppose. I hate that word, really. I've been interested in role-playing games and that sort of thing since I was probably, I don't know, I think I was about 10, 11, 12 when I started getting into White Dwarf stuff, and that was sort of my inroad. In fact, I found some Games Workshop magazines when I was around my mother's not long ago, and that was quite, I was trying to show my boys, I was like, look at these, and I was like, yeah, I remember going to stay at a friend's with my friend, went and stayed at a pub, and I meticulously painted this elder marine, or I can't remember what it was, to be honest with you, but yeah, it was an elder, and I painted every single feather, one blue, one yellow, alternating. I used to do meticulous fire designs on Blood Angel's shoulders and that, things like that. I used to love doing things like that. It used to take hours on end. I remember once I almost made myself quite ill by spray painting loads of miniatures in my room. I didn't realise that the fumes would probably give me a headache and make me a bit ill. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 ow. Yeah. We've got any healing? Yeah, we've got a tiny bit of healing. Okay. I was trying to heal. Didn't stand a chance, really. Oh dear. See, I want to be able to take that kind of thing, but poison is such a powerful thing in any Bethesda game. There's sort of no way to protect against it. Right, Faendal, we'll go the right way this time. Let's just forget that none of that happened, and we'll go the correct way. And yeah, so going back to the main point about Skyrim, it does a very similar thing. The very first connection you make is with your character. You have that intro bit where you're looking around, it tries to a tutorial where it introduces you to the basic controls, but really the very first connection you get is when those words are uttered to you. Who are you? And then that's it. Bam. It's an elder dragon. I just like, I'm about to... I don't have any potions is the problem. I think I'd best start investing in alchemy. So or buying some potions. Because gold's no good to you when you're dead. It's just in that time it takes to flick over to healing and then heal. I've not got time to heal. Then you spend half an hour designing your avatar, so you're already invested. Right, let's just... I'm going to go to the sanctuary. If a dragon attacks... Well, I don't know, I spent half the time getting off from Arvak. I've got a feeling we're going the wrong way anyway. I think it's the lower road we need to take anyway, rather than the high road. Right, let's stop running into things. Most useless bandits in history. On there. Yeah. That's definitely it. Alright. Let's get our defences up. What the heck, game? Just... down there. Come on, dragon. Right.
us all free.
Just died already.
Behind you. What do you want me to carry?
Also, another thing Skyrim does, it empowers the character. It empowers you as a character, which is a very clever thing
You
to
lead,
do.
I'll follow.
I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah, wait, by the time you face Alduin, you should feel like
May be dead now. But where did it come from?
almost like a god, is what you feel like. You feel like that powerful. And you know that no mortal can touch you. Okay, where'd that ash pile come from? I'm just going to get a jumper on, just give me a second because it's getting a bit chilly now. Right, let's go and see Astrid. Barring any more random interruptions from dragons and frost trolls and what have you. We're talking about the random elements, and yeah, random elements of Skyrim start happening. Oh, Astrid. I ditched your brotherhood armour over it. You definitely looked down at that log pile to pick up wood scraps there. Yeah. Yeah, there are some things that you can't avoid, I'm afraid. I kind of like. There isn't a gameplay mechanic you can get in one of the mods where you can go up to trees and pick wood from the trees, and that's very similar to the wood scraps method. In fact, very similar. It's exactly the same for all intents and purposes. And yeah, that was a mod for Skyrim. Well, I've been using it for years, so that's why it felt natural, because I often play archers, so I'm constantly trying to obtain wood to craft arrows. Astrid, we need to talk.
Ah, you're back. So, how went your first real contract? A bit more exciting than what Nazir's been offering, I'd wager? Very well. I respect your discretion. Now, I need your assistance with a matter of a more personal nature.
Is something wrong?
It's Cicero. Ever since he arrived, his behavior's been... well, erratic would be an understatement. I do believe he is truly mad, but it's worse than that. He's taken to locking himself in the Night Mother's chamber and talking to someone in hushed but frantic tones. Who is he speaking with? What are they planning? I fear treachery. You must understand. If Cicero is turning the others against me, against us, our family would not survive such division.
What do you want me to do?
Dear sister, I need you to steal into that chamber and eavesdrop on their meeting. It'll be no use clinging to the shadows. They'll see you for sure. No. You need a hiding place. Somewhere they'd never think to look. Like inside the Night Mother's coffin.
But that seems so disrespectful.
Be that as it may, we have no other choice. You need to remain unseen. Now go, before they meet, and report back to me with whatever you learn.
Wait. What do you think Cicero is planning?
Isn't it obvious? As the Night Mother's keeper, he believes he's entitled to rule of this sanctuary. Cicero will cite our independence as the need to revert to the old ways. He'll claim we're undisciplined, unruly, heretical even. Ironically, the Night Mother could prove to be just as much a victim, the queen in a fool's twisted game of chess.
Is there anything else I should know?
I don't believe so. But I'll be able to instruct you further after you've returned from the chamber. It depends on what you learn. And make haste. You must be in place before Cicero and his ally arrive. They could be planning another meeting any time.
Any idea who would conspire with Cicero?
That's the real question, isn't it? The jester enters, seals the door, and the conversation begins. So someone must be waiting for him inside. Any one of us could enter that chamber silently, unnoticed. But who amongst us would dare conspire against the sanctuary? The very thought breaks my heart.
Oh, so you think it's an inside job? That's
Go,
interesting, Astrid.
quickly. Hide in the coffin before Cicero and the traitor meet.
Stop your waffling and I will go then. For God's sake.
Come now. What everyone else is saying, it can't possibly be true.
You must be talking about the caravan job.
You infiltrated the position, eliminated the target, and made it look like an accident. Impressive. I'd say you earned your bonus on that one.
I'm the perfect weapon. My innocent childish form grants me nearly unrestricted access. Poison or a good bite usually takes care of the rest.
Truly horrific, isn't she, Babette? Oh, I have to. Well, here goes nothing.
Are we alone? Yes. Yes! Alone! Sweet solitude! No one will hear us, disturb us. Everything is going according to plan. The others, I've spoken to them, and they're coming around, I know it. The wizard Festus Crex. Perhaps even the Argonian and the Unchild. What about you? Have you spoken to anyone? No? No, of course not. I do the talking, the stalking, the seeing, and the saying. And what do you do? Nothing! Not that I'm angry. No, never. Cicero understands. Cicero always understands. And obeys. You will talk when you're ready, won't you? Won't you? Sweet night, Mother.
Poor Cicero. Dear Cicero. Such a humble servant. But he will never hear my voice. For he is not the listener.
Oh, but how can I defend you? How can I exert your will if you will not speak to anyone?
Oh, but I will speak. I will speak to you. For you are the one. Yes, you. You who shares my iron tomb. Who warms my ancient bones. I give you this task. Journey to Wallenroad. Speak with Armand Mortier.
Poor Cicero has failed you. Poor Cicero is sorry, sweet mother. I've tried so very hard, but I just can't find the listener.
Tell Cicero the time has come. Tell him the words he has been waiting for all these years. Darkness rises when silence dies.
What? What treachery? Defiler! Debaser and defiler! You have violated the sanctity of the Night Mother's coffin! Explain yourself! Speak, worm!
Ooh, Cicero, you tread on thin ice calling me worm, mate. Anyway, the Night Mother spoke to me. She said, I am the one.
She spoke to you? More treachery. More trickery and deceit! You lie! The Night Mother speaks only to the listener! And there is no listener!
Wait, she said to tell you darkness rises when silence dies.
She said that. She said those words. To you. Darkness rises when silence dies. But those are the words, the binding words, written in the keeping tomes. The signal so I would know. Mother's only way of talking to sweet Cicero. Then it's true. She's back. Our Lady is back. She has chosen a listener. She has chosen you! All hail the listener!
By Sithis, this ends now! Back away, fool! Whatever you've been planning is over!
Are you all right? I heard the commotion. Who was Cicero talking to? Where's the accomplice? Reveal yourself, traitor!
Oh, I spoke only to the Night Mother. I spoke to the Night Mother, but she didn't speak to me. Oh, no. She spoke only to her, to the listener.
What? The listener? What are you going on about? What is this lunacy?
It's true. It's true. The Night Mother has spoken. The silence has been broken. The listener has been chosen.
When I heard Cicero screaming, I knew you'd been discovered. I feared the worst. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Then what in Sithis' name is going on? Cicero spoke to the Night Mother, but she spoke to you. Is this just more of the fool's rambling?
It's true, the Night Mother spoke to me. She said I was the one.
What? So Cicero wasn't talking to anyone else? Just the Night Mother's body? And the Night Mother who, according to everything we know, will only speak to the person chosen as listener, just spoke. Right now. To you?
Yes.
By Sithis. And? What did she say?
I must speak to someone named Armand Mortier in Vollenrude.
Armand Mortier? I have no idea who that is. But Vollenrude, that I have heard of. And I know where it is.
It's just north of Whiterun, but anyway. So I should go to Vollenrude. I should talk to this man.
No. No. Listen, I don't know what's going on here, but you take your orders from me. Are we clear on that? The Night Mother may have spoken to you, but I am still the leader of this family. I will not have my authority so easily dismissed. I need time to think about all this. Go see Nazir. Do some work for him. I'll find you when I'm ready to discuss the matter further.
Reminds me of that Bauhaus song. Paranoia, paranoia, tra-la-la-la-la. Hello, El Gatodel. Oh, that's a bit of a mouthful for me, sorry. El Gatodel Gaming. Yeah, so there is a mod where you can collect wood from wood scraps and such like. Right, so we need to take on a contract. No one expects the Dragonborn in glass armour. Yeah, she's really paranoid, isn't she, old Astrid? I was like, oh, Astrid, she's amazing. That I'm like, her character, though, is well designed, but yeah, she's definitely paranoid, and she's fearful that somebody's gonna take her off her perch. I think she's kind of right to be paranoid, though, really.
Still here? What's the matter? Can't handle what I'm throwing your way?
Well, hang on. Astrid wanted me to see you about some more work.
Well then, your timing couldn't be better. As it turns out, I've got 2 new contracts. One rather easy assignment, and another that should prove quite a challenge. Your first target is an orc bard named Lurbuk. The other is a vampire by the name of Hearn. Happy hunting.
First time the Night Mother lit up in the coffin made me jump more than for now. Yeah, it's tell me about Hearn.
He's a vampire and has blended into human society for years. He's never far from his female companion, Hurt, also a vampire. The contract is for the male Hearn, but you'll probably have to contend with the female too. So for Sithis' sake, watch yourself.
Tell me about Lurbuk.
He is, by all accounts, the worst bard in all of Skyrim. Apparently, so many people sought his death, Astrid had to hold a lottery to determine the client. Go on now.
I don't think we have outstanding contracts, do we? Because you have to complete the first 3 contracts before... Yeah, you do, before it moves on to the main contract. So I don't know why we got that sarcastic comment of, can't handle what I'm throwing your way. No, I can certainly handle it, Nazir. I think I've more than proven myself. Thank you very much. So I deserve a little respect. Yeah, that's the one thing I suppose. The writing kind of fails Bethesda, because the way that some of the NPCs speak to you and you've proven yourself, and it's like, no. You can sort of tell that quests were designed not in a specific order. I think they eventually put it all together. Like they'd have them all, and the order and the running was worked out afterwards. Not when the quests were being designed necessarily. More later on, things were added in. Where the heck am I? I'm going the wrong way. They probably worked out the main idea, and then sort of smaller contracts and the details were added in afterwards, and rewrites or things were taken out, so it feels like it doesn't run well. There are certainly a lot of possibilities thought about though in this game. You know, like there's various different ways you can do things, and those ideas have generally been preempted by the game designers. Then they have the voice acting of Cicero, absolute star of the game in my opinion. Yes, I was going to get to that. I was going to say Cicero. Cicero is like a vampire's like thrall that's there to wait on him hand and foot, and his vampire is the Night Mother that he's waiting on. But his, like you say, his voice acting, his character is so well designed and acted and everything. Oh fuck. Do you know what? I'm really in the mood to just carve you into little pieces.
You'll pay for that! We are routed! I'll see you in pieces!
Enjoy that little show. That's what happens when you come after the Dragonborn. here. Up. Yeah. I'm saying up onto the ramparts and over. Oh, we can't get up over there. How annoying. Full grid 2. PV Dawn Guard. I didn't want to be down here, to be honest with you. No, we don't need to be down here. No reason to be down here. I want to go and teach one of my kind a lesson, or one of my old kind. No longer am I a vampire. There was a time when Megan was a vampire. Right, can I jump over this? No, there's an invisible wall there. That's really bad. That's the mod's fault as well. That's not a Skyrim error. That's a mod's error, that is. What? Oh my word. That's really bad. Let's think of quests. Let's select them and then head out. Scenic route. Yeah, I was just trying to, you know, that normally you can go in and out full grief from there. That's really annoying that there's an archway and stuff, and been put in as a complete wall, a barrier. Yeah, in fact, look, see, I've got that wood mod. I can just harvest firewood And it makes the exact same noise. What are you fighting, Fangor? It kind of makes you wonder how many original ideas Bethesda had in 76. Oh, so the east. So I need to find a way past this mountain range and then head round. That battle music also serves as like excitement music, I guess, adventure, because you don't always confront the enemy, it just sort of alerts you there's something nearby that's trying to harm you. So you pick up the pace if you're on horseback, or it serves, it's multi-purpose as well. Alright, so we... That made me jump. Even though I should be really used to it by now.
You're not supposed to be here.
Sure, look at those eyes.
Last warning.
Boost!
This is what you are, huh?
Death is highly overrated.
Just run off. Death is highly overrated. Alright. Nothing worth taking. Right, let's go and...
Death is highly overrated.
So you keep saying.
Oh, last mistake. Just die!
She's run off. Huh.
This ends now.
Vandal, leave it. We don't need to kill her. Let her carry in her house for a couple of days and then we'll return and buy lumber off her, and she won't say a word about the fact that we killed her husband, because she knows he was a vampire, just as we do. In her heart of hearts, that's not a good thing to be hanging around with. And perhaps even when the spell was lifted, she might have come around.
What was that?
I don't know, you were saying somebody help. So I'm coming to help. Aha.
Guess it's all clear now.
Shame really, they're just vamps that don't kill humans. Yeah. But somebody didn't want them around, did they? So we have to take the contract. Lerberg is way up there, isn't it, in Morthon? So we're probably better off going to, yeah, going to Whiterun and getting a carriage, I would guess.
Guess it's all clear now.
If anyone's watched many of my streams, they're probably familiar with what is about to transpire. Vandal, you're making the place look ugly. Just thought I'd warn you. I don't really want to be looking at a horse's backside. You just got in the... I was just doing the perfect screenshot, and this horse comes riding up with him on top. Ah. Yes, it's that moment again. Yeah, probably best to stop at Whiterun before I head off and finish off Lurpak. The Bannered Mare. Megan the Assassin. She's, well, she's at the moment, she's a thief, an assassin. It's going to be time to restore some order, go to the college for a bit of time out, I think, after this. And then, yeah, probably repent all her sins after having meditated for a bit. And join in the true warriors of Skyrim's, their companions. By which time, hopefully, I'll be the Ebony Warrior will be called, and if not, we still have Solstein to visit and see Mirak. As Jonathan Ross would say, Mirak. Who says women can't multitask? I don't know. That's one of their many traits, I think, is women multitask far better than men. Although there's a correlation about multitasking between people that look after children, because they'll be looking after children and taking phone calls and organising other stuff. And basically you're doing lots of tasks in short periods of time, so you're multitasking all the time when you're at home. Whereas, you know, working from home, you tend to be more concentrated on one task. I remember once being at work and I overheard a conversation, and somebody's like, I put dinner on last night. Whilst the dinner was cooking, I hoovered the front room or something, and then you know, and then she said she did something else or something, and then served dinner. And she's like, that's what you call multitasking? I said, no, that's just good time management. And she got really irate, and I was like, no, but all you're doing is managing time really efficiently. That's not multitasking. Multitasking is the ability to do two tasks at once. She's like, well, that's stupid. Nobody can do that. I'm like, well, there are plenty of people that do that, because there are people that have conversations and they're doing something else at the same time. Like, for example, I'm multitasking right now. I'm having a conversation. That doesn't mean I'm doing it well. I probably could play the game better if I wasn't talking, or I could probably talk to you better if I wasn't playing the game. But you know, there's certainly
Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
We need a room holder, that's all we need.
If it's work you need, sure thing, it's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
I love this music that's playing here. Reminds me of lazy Sunday afternoons in the summer sun. Come here. Feindel, come here. Passing grade. Sorry, what? What was that passing grade? What, multitasking?
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Or the ability, my ability to talk and play the game at the same time. Passable. Let's see if they've got anything we can buy. Oh, Delphine's always here, isn't she? Because she's desperate for us to... Thank you. Could take that. Call it insurance. Yeah, she's desperate for us to
a fine day to you, friend.
The main
Drink
quest.
for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Need anything else? Just let me know.
Well, holder. Now you mention it. Is she there? What are you doing, Delphine? Just... Let's take a couple of bits of salmon as well. Right, can I use this? Move, Delphine. Just go away.
Wake up, dear. Yes, Mum.
Just kidding, I couldn't do it. That's alright. The reason why you stream and talk at the same time, or do things together, is because you want to create that rapport with people and have that interaction. So a bit of ribbing is,
You want a drink?
is healthy. No,
See you around.
I want to be left alone. I need to go and travel off and kill a tub of margarine. Lurpak. Or Lurberk, or whatever his name is. She must get really upset with me. I've forgotten her name now. It's not Carlotta, is it? It's oh yeah, it is Carlotta. I'm pretty sure. Who owns this store? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? Oh, she's mine. She just doesn't know it yet. Yeah. You always take a leak on Carlotta's stall. Sorry for the bad pun. Much to her dismay, you always take a leak on Carlotta's stall. I always walk round, and there is a far quicker way. Let's just drop down here. Down here. It's not very elegant. Whoa, hang on. Yes, yes, yes.
Khajiit welcomes you. And also your coin.
Yeah, what have you got for sale?
Take a look.
That was the general idea. Animus. If it was a soul gem. Arcing. See, I don't know what enchantments we currently know and what we don't know. Smithing. I'll buy some salt off you. And moon sugar's also kind of exclusive to the
May your road lead you to warm sands.
Sure it will. I'm just going to do something because I haven't done it in ages.
Need a ride?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Morthal, please. Which
Climb
is
and back and we'll be off.
a bloody expensive journey.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar.
Stop.
Red who came riding to right run from
Stop that right now.
Rigs.
I didn't pay you 155 gold so you could sing bloody Ragnar the Red. It's the cursed song of Skyrim. One of the things, also another amazing thing that happened with Skyrim is the fact that Maluka did that cover, and then she ended up doing a lot of the Bard songs for Elder Scrolls Online, and that's quite incredible as well. Not that she didn't deserve that praise and that opportunity. It's like the Shirley Curry being in Elder Scrolls 6 as well. That's a fantastic thing too. I'm getting quite sentimental and reminiscing tonight. Oh, let's warm up, bring back some colour to my eyes. So the world doesn't seem dull and grey.
Is the line for my next performance starting already? Come on, don't be shy. Plenty of room for everyone.
Sing me a song, Bard. A song of fear and death.
Alright. How about this? Shadows creep and phantoms leap. A man's he's got scared, and the demons dared to visit upon him all which they feared. Brilliant, I know. It's a gift.
You've just made this job about 15 times easier.
Someone do something.
Yeah. His body is gone completely. Okay, we just I put him in the wall. Oh no, here he is. I would take the sheer Gorath outfit. Alright, I think we're probably going to be in a bit of trouble now. And we have to ride like the wind. Yep, they're not happy.
Hey, watch what you're doing.
Great, the gates are closed. Faendal, change of plan.
Committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
I say screw you, hippie, I'm out of here.
They're actually fighting.
I didn't want to stop then. Oh, it's really annoying that I got stopped. Oh. Oh. We need to look into that then. Or Stealth Rock when you need it. I've moved from Stealth Rock now. I'm no longer there because it was a really good place, but I felt it wasn't very interesting. So I've moved somewhere a bit more interesting. You'll see when I next stream 76. I don't quite know when that'll be. A dragon again. We need to get around these mountains and get back to the Dark Brotherhood. You're panicking about mud crabs. Seriously? Oh no, there's a mud crab. Help. Really, when you go into the water where there's a stream and that, I've actually slowed down and approach it slowly and hesitantly. Or any horse should do that. That'd be really good. I hope they introduce little situational changes like that, because it'll just add that little bit more to the game, to the environment and the feel of it all. I think that'd be quite good. Agreed with the normal horse. Yeah. Definitely with, you know, you sort of, or perhaps the advantage of having is you could ford streams a lot easier. You could just go through them like they're not big barriers.
There's been word of some trouble nearby. I'm on my way to investigate. I probably shouldn't tell everyone who asks. This is important business, you know.
Whatever you're getting paid, I'll double it.
You want to pay me to do my job? Fine. I'll mark the location on your map. Just make sure you take care of whatever's going on there. It's my name on the line. Someone do something.
Yeah.
Never should have come here.
What did she mark on our map? There's all this sort of stuff just marked. Interesting. Can't see that being a difficult one. Most characters know what they're stepping on these days, and sound changes accordingly. Yeah, but that would be a really nice thing. But I suppose I ought to sort of make videos talking about my ideas for Skyrim and that, for Elder Scrolls, but I never... I'll wait for the music. I've never had too many good experiences when I've spoke about games in an objectionable way, because I spoke about the serial killer bike glitch in Fallout 4, and somebody who was met with vitriol and just general disgust from a lot of people. So I give up on opinion pieces or suggestion pieces. Same as when I take to Reddit to try and make a suggestion. It's just met with such hatred. I can't understand how people can harbour such resentment over an opinion. But I think it's the same with anyone you watch. Like, I watch people that do news pieces on 76, and there's always dislikes on the videos. You know, and these people are smallish channels with a couple of hundred viewers. And they do small 5-minute videos, and there's always people that go out their way to dislike the videos. And I'm like, I personally don't understand how you can dislike something that's objectionable. I think they dislike it because it's Fallout 76. But that's not the person who's reporting on the game's fault. It's Fallout 76. It seems ridiculous to me. But that's the kind of culture we're breeding at the moment, I suppose, with the online community. And it's currently called to hate on Bethesda, although I think that's a bit of stupid mentality. Because I don't think it's constructive at all. Criticise them, yes, for the failures, but also speak up when they do things correctly. And people are scared to speak up when they're doing things correctly at the moment.
We need to talk.
Indeed we do.
Look, something is happening here. I'm not sure entirely what that something is, but, well, we need to find out. If the Night Mother really did give you an order to talk to a contact, we'd be mad to ignore it. And I think we'd both agree Cicero's brought quite enough madness to this sanctuary. So go. Go to Vollenrud. It's a crypt, pretty far to the northeast. Talk to this Armand Motier, and let's see where all this leads,
Not before I collect on these contracts, Astrid, but yeah, we will go and see Armand Motier. These videos that I see a lot of dislikes on are just like they're reviewing armour or pieces, you know, or new weapons that might be brought into, or just talking about things found in the game, like little small videos that aren't that good. So it is because, and they still get dislikes because it's Fallout 76, and it's in the current culture is it's called to hate on Bethesda, which is ridiculous. There are far worse computer game companies than Bethesda that don't listen to their fans and don't care and just look at the bottom line. You know, right? Let's talk to Nazir anyway.
You're alive. Then I guess you haven't paid a visit to the vampire yet, huh?
No, you're wrong. Hearn is dead.
No sarcasm this time. You faced a vampire and lived to tell the tale. Well done. And if you contracted Sanguinare Vampiris, be sure to get that taken care of. Else you'll end up like our own Babette. Unless, of course, that was your goal all along. Here's your payment.
No, he didn't bite me. I didn't contract Sanguinis Vampire. And I'm not. That's only a disease version of the vampire. It's not fully fledged. And I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Anyway, Lerberg is dead as well.
Wonderful. The only good bard is a dead one as far as I'm concerned. All that singing and mirth. Your payment, as per the usual.
Are there any more contracts? Any advice on my current contract?
You may be the listener, or you may just be a lunatic who's started hearing voices. Either way, Astrid is still your mistress, not the Night Mother. Happy hunting.
You disagree with us. In fact, some of my videos still get dislikes. I don't know whether that's because that's people I've, in my live streams, whether that's people I've upset, or because I'm playing Fallout 76. And I'm a pro Bethesda channel, quite clearly. Anyway, I think now would be a perfect time to say goodbye. It is getting very late, and I'm probably going to need my bed. Thank you so much for your company, Scorpio. Yeah, time to go. That's what I was thinking. And I'll see you all when I next stream, which will probably be tomorrow night, hopefully. Bye-bye.